It was something that we really decided we wanted to put money behind and look into and really get a sense of, not just is this something that affects driving performance, but to what degree.
Several years ago, CAA conducted a poll and found 1 in 5 young Canadians thought their driving ability was the same or improved when they were stoned. This year, CAA funded a new study conducted by McGill University where they put young recreational cannabis users behind the wheel after smoking up to see if getting high does indeed improve driving performance.
When we actually put them to the test, a large majority of the participants in the study said, you know what, I really don't feel safe to drive after using cannabis.
45 participants, 18 to 24 years of age, completed nearly 200 testing sessions where they consumed 100 milligrams of 13% THC strength cannabis. For context, that's about 1/3 to 1/5 of a conventional joint. Then they were put through a series of driving scenarios.
And then we had a driving simulator that was state-of-the-art that really gave them the sense of what it felt like to be on the road. And those driving simulators tested things like steering time, braking time, reaction time, changing lanes, obstacle avoidance, all the major skills that you need when you get behind the wheel of a car.
Participants who consumed cannabis for the study experienced no negative effects in regards to simple driving-related tasks. Things like lane keeping, speed control, braking, or steering were not affected by cannabis use. However, there was significant impairment on complex tasks, like navigating intersections with pedestrian crossings or cars approaching and avoiding obstacles while driving at high speed.
We really wanted to test and see how long it would impair your driving. So we know that it does impair your driving, but it is a really good piece of information for all Canadians, especially young Canadians, to know that if you're consuming cannabis, it can and will affect your driving ability up to 5 hours afterwards.
This research indicates that you really should be waiting more than 5 hours until taking your car, but we do not have a set time after those 5 hours because we haven't tested our participants after those 5 hours.
Not everyone who consumed cannabis drove unsafely, but the majority who consumed presented unsafe driving behaviors. As a result, Dr. Orgustavo says this is only one very specific group of young users, and she wouldn't expect the data from long-term cannabis users to present the same.
Now, we do think that those results will be very different in, for example, users who are older or those that are chronic daily users or medicinal cannabis users. Therefore, of course, much more research is needed.
If you'd like to see the full study yourself, it can be found online at the Canadian Medical Association's webpage. In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.